Hi friends, I'm Jimmy George, a business consultant, entrepreneur coach, and organization development transformation specialist. One of my friends who is a business leader once told me that people need clarity. People need clarity about a lot of things, particularly in life and business management. Our conversation led to a very interesting conclusion, and in fact, that is how this particular topic took birth: the power of clarity. We need to spend a little time on this very, very powerful, beautiful concept, clarity. What exactly is clarity? Let me start with an example. There is a surgeon in an operation theater, and he has to do open heart surgery. And there is a patient on the operation table, anesthetized. Now think about the surgeon. If he has an iota of doubt about the surgery to be done, which artery, which particular area he has to operate, he has to cut, what are the steps, what are the standard operating procedures, what precautions he need to take, and what are the possible complications, and then how he has to take precautionary measures. The entire procedure, the know-how, the knowledge and skill of that surgeon, that matters, that saves the life of that patient. Now, if the surgeon lacks clarity, that certainly will lead to a disaster, perhaps the death of the patient. So surgeon's clarity, therefore, in the operation theater, the surgeon's clarity, we can take it as the benchmark of clarity, absolute clarity. Now, on the other hand, the surgeon may not be having clarity about many other things. He may not be knowing about hospital management policies or the salaries of the people assisting him inside the theater, etc. It doesn't matter. But what matters is clarity about that surgery. Exactly the same way, even in business management. The entrepreneur, like the surgeon, has to have laser sharp clarity about a lot of things pertaining to business management and particularly business leadership. What is clarity? Instead of getting into a dictionary meaning, let's understand it from a larger perspective. Primarily, it is knowing what to do and what not to do in a given situation. In other words, having the right knowledge. So clarity primarily is right knowledge. To take it to a different level, clarity is conviction. Clarity is conviction based on facts, data, truth, science. It's not conviction based on one's own hunches, intuitions, or feelings. It's based on data, science, and truth. So clarity is conviction. Clarity is freedom from ignorance. Those who have clarity, they are not confused. They have clarity, they know what to do, what not to do, and they have the freedom of mind. Clarity is success. Those who have clarity, they make success and they know the difference between what can go wrong and what can go right. So the clarity leads to success. Clarity to a great extent is simplicity. Clarity is peace of mind. Those who have clarity are relatively, they are stress-free. They don't have the problem of getting stressed about what to do, what not to do. So clarity to a great extent is, in fact, divine. I would say, blessed are those who have clarity about what to do and what not to do in life, at least in their domain. Of course, no one has, including me when I say no one has got absolute clarity about everything. But the domain in which we work, the mission, what we have taken in our life, we have to have clarity about that. That is my most important point as far as clarity is concerned. Now, in the context of business management, when I do something called root cause analysis for many enterprises, I find this area of improvement or development called clarity. It is in fact lack of clarity leading to many of the mistakes, errors that's happening in enterprises. These days in newspapers and media, we read about many business tycoons collapsing completely, that their enterprises are going bankrupt. A few years back, we read about them on the front cover pages of business magazines as very successful people. But suddenly one fine morning, we read the headline on the front page that this particular tycoon has left the country. He has debts or scams amounting to billions and billions of dollars or rupees. And all these kinds of things we hear, with fiascos and failures we hear. In fact, some entrepreneurs even committing suicide. All this leads to two areas. One is lack of clarity about business leadership, business management, business success. But that alone is not the reason. It is also lack of values. So I have told my business leader friend that what is bankruptcy? Bankruptcy is lack of clarity plus lack of values. Lack of clarity plus lack of values eventually leads to bankruptcy. Now, that's another area. I don't want to touch upon values in this particular video. We will address values a little later in another video. But the message in this video is that in business management, entrepreneurs particularly, you need to take help of teachers, consultants, coaches, gurus, etc. to get clarity about a lot of things pertaining to business leadership and organization management. Thank you.